And we are back. Welcome back to the channel. My name is still not Race, and we are still playing PLO 20. And we're still doing that on runitOnes.eu. Again, still Phil Gelfand's new poker site. Almost said streaming site there. Well, you know, potato potato. From my perspective at least. And that's based on PLO. And there are 12 entries at PLO 10. We don't really care about that. We care for the juicy 34 entries. With us now 38 at PLO 20. And that means we can certainly switch out tables should we sit on tables that are not to our liking. First session I wasn't too unhappy with how I played. I certainly was a little bit unhappy at how the dealer treated us. And you know, as a result of which, at the lowest point we were down like 9 binds pretty rapidly, clawed our way up back to being down 5 binds. And so, you know, not a huge deal. Of course, in terms of money, it's a little bit more. That's a little bit. We're talking about, you know, twice as much money. In that terms, in terms of binds, it's certainly fine. And when it comes to the money, you know, I have a bankroll for PLO 20. It's all good. Part of the game, and it hardens your soul, sessions like that. Let's see where we go from here. Yeah, oh, I told I, we're down 5 buy-ins, by the way, not 6. Well, let's get some of that money back, shall we? Alright, so tomorrow I have the side gig again in the evening, so I won't be streaming in the afternoon. I'll do some work secondary to the stream. Or connected to the stream, I should say, like take care of the song playing thing finally, and hopefully get the second emote that I now unlocked thanks to you subscribing. And so I'll do one of those. And what else? Right, I need to go to customs because my swag, my Run It Once swag, is being held at customs, and I need to go pick it up. You know, these the fine folks at Run It Once have been kind enough to send me a care package with like a t-shirt and a hat. Not really a hat kind of guy, but well, you tell me if I can pull it off. Oh, first set of cards here, and this, you know, playable. And this dude got scared. He like saw that we get cards, and he disappeared right away. Let's make it some more. How about 60 cents, sir? What should be thinking, Ian? Ian? Ian. There are definitely worse flops for our hand. We have both the flush draws in the backdoor form as well, and we end up taking it down. Cool. Let's come over the top here. Just get called, that is certainly good news. On the rainbow board. I think so, yeah. Come on, really? I was just gonna say, I was on the tip of my tongue that Run It Once had a server update this morning or yesterday? I think today. Which should hopefully, you know, take care of exactly what just happened. But usually, you know, we're usually still in the hand. And so we are. I'm just gonna let the... this is not a great river at all here. I didn't mind c-betting the turn once more. Now we're gonna have to check, and you know, if he has it or not, he can bluff very profitably now. That does make me think though. But maybe I should sometimes take this line with very good hands too, so I have something in the, you know, in that range. That hand basket. That sounded weird. That hand range that actually can call here is what I wanted to say. Yeah, unfortunate. Right, so let me just shoot a message on Discord and then we'll open up the next tables. I can find this, the Discord thing. Right, that is done. I'm sorry, I had like an empty part of the screen and focused there. And another crash. Those blows, of course. Yeah, sorry guys. Out of my hands. I just saw an ace king being dealt to me there. Right, and I don't... The sitting back in doesn't work, so... Let's close these tables, try the new. So. Third time is the charm, isn't it? At least we have good music to keep us entertained, while the tables cannot provide any entertainment. Ooh, well, there's certainly a big pot going on down here. Let's watch. Very interesting board too, you know. Everybody could have a piece here. Be shocked if it goes fold-fold. Gutter and... wow. So these are both fairly loose players. I mean, I see him... I mean, I understand both actions, but... he had a great hand there on the flop. He couldn't have had the open-ender, right? Let's see if he raises once more, then maybe he's gonna get upgraded to the blue shirt right away. He does not, but we'll do some raising ourselves. Huh. Cool. Rather want to bet on the larger end here, maybe even pot it. Because, you know, we can't make a flush and we have a tough time making a full house, having a pair in our hand. So I don't mind ending it right now. There's a lot of difficult turns here. Namely not a jack, any heart. Is it deuce and a 3? I think I'll let this one go. Check it out if I'm being too nitty. Certainly nothing nitty about coming over the top with ace, ace, jack 6 here. Versus sleepy dude. Let's see if that wakes him up. Nope. So, has an open folding range. Range in the... First of all, what are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna let this one go. Ooh. Pretty nice. Start by betting half. Hope, of course, for non-pairing, non-hard turn here. Yeah. Perfect. Ooh, no we don't, Ian. We want to make it more. And same here. We get yet more aces. Here we get re-raised, and I think this I can call with these side cards. There's plenty of hands like this that I fold. I think this one is fine-ish. Yep, money's gone in. Took it down pre against Joel. Just wait a moment here. So we have top 2. We have a gutter. Here's the flush draw. Don't get there, sir. Nice. Shazam! So, I think it's worth it. Smaller sizing. Probably shutting down now. Feed checks again. I'll give it a try. Not sure if this is being like overly optimistic. It possibly is. But he checked really quick. It certainly would fit that I played a flush like this. Let's see what he shows up with. 4. No flush, huh? Certainly gonna value bet him. It is over here, much more interesting than this board, where I check and we're pretty much always gonna lose this, I think. This is like a suited king queen jack 10 type of hand. I'll let you know. I'll check there. Oh, yeah, the top pair. Not a great board against a call happy dude. I'm fine checking this one. Oh, what do you know? Perfect. We have the 3 as a blocker. There's 1 straight out there. 1 hand beats us. Which we block. Gonna go for the pot, him being call happy. Maybe he can find a call. Hopefully he doesn't just have a misdraw. If he comes over the top, it's gonna get iffy, but I doubt that I'll be folding with the 3 in my hand. Right. So here, I'm honestly not sure if this should... I don't think it should be re-raised. Let's check it out in a moment. With the 6 in there. No, it's fine. Yeah, came over the top. Here's an interesting spot with the open-ender, this bet sizing. I'm gonna call it. Yeah, sounds good. Turn the nut flush draw here. Gonna call here, and here I'm gonna have to call. I want to call. Not helpful. Also not helpful. I'd have to give up on 2 big pots in a row. Not gonna try it. Nah. I think there might be some merit to bluffing here. He bet really quickly, wow. Probably good we didn't try. What happened to the PLO 20 pool? There's 12 entries. But we find a new table right away. I don't know, maybe a couple of people crashed there, I don't know. And how nice of a board is that? Wow. Here, gonna come over the top. Here, we're certainly gonna bet. Take it down, get called. Neato. Not blocking any straights here, not blocking his continuing range and or anything like that. I feel I can bet this on the bigger end. That is certainly nice of him. No! Ugh. Oof. Nasty. Oh, giving us a double gutter now here. That was certainly a nasty one right there. Heads up, we should not gonna do that. And adding in some PLO 10 tables. in a moment. Certainly gonna see that my 9s are still good a lot of the time here. And certainly need some protection. Pair blockers and the nut flush blocker turning into an open ender. I think I want to bet this because I don't think he would have checked Queen Jack there. That'll do me just fine. Really? Top 2, huh? And not a happy card at all. I think that one hit him. What do you have? Oh, set of 3s, he had the good old 5-3-3 deuce. Yes, sounds about right, my friend. So let's see what happens down here. I don't think so. Flop top 2 here against the 5-3-3 deuce dude. Get only called on table 3 where we face a pretty bad board. Also not the happiest turn. But I think I don't really want to check this one. Yeah, I get called now, turn interesting. Top pair and a wrap. Yeah, the board gets better and better. Good old 8 with the queen eye flush. See, didn't have a great hand. He got there in the end though, but it's like some sort of weird 2 pair, right? Yeah, 10-6 with 2 pair on the flop. I think checking this seems alright to me. Maybe made a flush wants to bet it. Nope. Ooh, hello. Ace, ace, jack, king, suited and diamonds to the ace. Sounds good to me. More aces here. This looks pretty good as well. Get a call here, get a very nice turn. Take it down on table 3. Here we get called. I have the ace of spades in my hand, so he's not doing this with a nut flush draw. Let's check it. 6 is inconsequential, most likely. If he has what he did have us before, then he still has us. If not, then the same is true. Yeah. Could do this with kings, queens, which we are blocking, but he ends up having the queens and the flush draw. No good, sir, no good. And you know, the quick call maybe might keep him from trying that again. I like doing that. Like when I made up my mind already, and we're on the last street, then I like calling quickly. Unless, you know, I have to think. Don't mean that I prefer to rush things. Just in these spots, I think it's neat. Oof. Also gonna go bigger here, not blocking anything he might want to continue with. And also not having any hearts myself there. More aces, wow. They all look pretty nice. This time even nicer since it's double suited with a 6 and a deuce. Ooh, wonderful. Money's gone in. Just a flush draw. Not blocking the straight, but it doesn't matter. This SPR 1.5. Definitely have the equity. We take it down. Very nice. No point in, you know, putzing around there, betting half or anything. I did the SPR. So for the start of this stream, down like 1.5 binds in terms of PLO 20. But couldn't be helped. Lost that huge pot over there with a top set when he got there in the end. Certainly got the money in pretty well. Giving us a gutter now. By the way, that should have been a fold, I think. Pretty sure why I called there, didn't really pay attention. Yeah, sure, with the gutter, the flush draw. And for the price we were getting there, by all means, let's... Oh, you bets pot, interesting. Also interesting spot here where we have a pair, backdoor flushes and straights. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Giving us the second nuts, only behind quads. Just gonna call. This is a turn where I can not necessarily do this only with the full house. I mean, I would, but maybe he doesn't see it like that. What you gonna do, Jonathan? What you gonna do? Call, huh? I'll take it. Already have the 6-8, no hearts. That was a very loose call. So very call heavy dude, huh? Take a note of that. And this is also a pretty interesting spot, and I think it's one I'm gonna lead in. Not afraid of having to call a re-raise here, even though I don't have a pair. Flush draw, overcard, open ender. That'll do me just fine, sir. Although we technically we don't have the nuts. You know, that could be the Jack 9 out there. But it's not a spade, so our flush draw is the only one that might come in. Also very helpful. Less so, but unless he had two pair that now made a full house, I don't mind this terribly. But he didn't have a set on the flop, that's for sure. I think. Please don't have the Jack 9. Let us be good, and good we are. Not sure about this coming over the top thing here. But I think now I can call it with the Jack 10 combo in there. On a huge pot like that earlier, we're probably not gonna get so lucky again, will we? Ah, what do you know? What do you know? Ace is no good, sir. Got one back there. Nice. So you min-raised, which is always... never stops being entertaining. I have two pair blockers. No flush. All that good jazz going on. And with that, we are even for the stream. Oh, yep. Still not even for the day. Need to make up another 5 buy-ins. Where the dealer kind of hated on us in the first stream today. But those Rendered Ones dealers have been so very kind in the past. It would be cheeky for me to be mad if they are not every once in a while. Decent hand up here. S975, double suited, perfectly so. Questions do we come over the top? I think the answer is yes, because we can call a 4-bet with this one. And that's even better. And another PLO 20 table opens, which is awesome. Bring it over right away, because I have a nice hand there too. You know, I think cold calling here was a mistake. Let's check this out in a moment, but you know, when you flop like that, I'll certainly stop complaining. This is not a bad turn at all, giving us a flush draw on top. The money goes in here, we would not be mad. With all the outs we need. Right, I was gonna take a note on this dude. He has an open folding range on the button. Re-raised here. And button versus blind dynamic is certainly one of the stronger hands I would have. Definitely ripe with bluffing opportunities. So is this one the king of clubs here? Does make me want to continue. So he checks. Okay, he shall have it then. Take a note that he is check raising. Ooh. Ace, ace, queen, queen, single suited, wow. And wow, yeah, okay. Certainly a nice board. Top set, really dry board. I actually thought about checking here, and maybe I should have. I mean, no, you know, looking back, I definitely should have, but letting him catch up a little bit there certainly wouldn't have been bad. Get a small raise in terms of, you know, the money that's in there, and I'm gonna call this with a fairly weak hand, but still. And wow, again. Block tops it. He comes over the top, which is certainly is right, and I just made a donation to him here. There's a 5 in my hand. Nice. So you have the open-ender and backdoors, and I'll just check with the backdoor flush, sure. Giving us top pair. He folded on table 1, by the way. Yes, please. Not great. But then again, not that many rivers would have had us in ecstasy here. I'm just gonna check behind. Sometimes we're good. Looks like we are. Neato. Ooh, really? Then I need to let go. Very unfortunate. That would have been my move right there. Yeah, we could have never gotten away from it there then. Flush draw even with 3 spades. But we had no reason to be in this pot. To the 3-bet. I'd make it double suited and sure. Gonna cold call, I think. Although when it does come to cold calling ranges, like cold calling a 3-bet here, I'm very much operating on feel and not so much knowledge based. So we have loose aggressive to my right here on table 2. I'll open up the hand history for the table on the side and see if I can find some hands they showed down. Who is it? Ian and Cooper. Queen 5-8, I think it's thin, closing the action, sure. This dude is feeling it, coming over the top once more here. And... gonna let it go. Took it down on table 1, by the way, with a 3-bet pre there. Ian and Cooper is what I said, right? Right. With all the blockers in the world, I do want to c-bet here. Neato. I think this one I should have checked. Let me check this one out, actually. King, Jack, 9 deuce. I should have folded. I think I said something wrong there. I think I should have folded that one, is what I mean. And this time we get to re-raise the re-raiser. Who watches the watchers? The answer is we do. So, do have the gutter. This is a dry board for sure. Well, you know, a straight dry board, but I He might have a decent hand here, we'll see. And final PLO 20 table is opening up. Keep it to the side until something interesting happens there. Take it down, which is awesome. Right, I was gonna check that one hand out, right? So let's, I was in the big blind. Blind, cut off, squeeze, yep. Oh hell yeah. It is such a fold, you wouldn't believe it, is what Donald Trump would say. I got aces on the other PLO 20 table. Should something develop, I'll bring it over. Nope. And nice. I'll lead right out without a flush draw. In a single raised pot, I think that is cool. If he wants to go for it, then let's. I have a decent hand down here, and I wonder. He was the check raiser. I think I'm gonna go for this one. Yeah, I think that is alright too. Definitely not the droid we're looking for, unfortunately. I'm gonna do the unthinkable and be the 3-better and full and check, not c-bet. Now this is a different story. Okay, first of all, coming over the top here. And here I think I'm gonna pot it now. Checking is certainly an option, but I could have played a very good hand like that as well. Namely top set with a flush draw. Wow! I was, I was extra silent there because I don't wanna. I don't know how to finish the sentence. I was just hopeful. During hopeful silence. Wow. Whew. Okay, so we have all the back doors. Don't think we're getting away from this one. Doesn't have it? He does not have it, and that is a good card, and we fade everything we need to fade there. So I'm gonna pot this. Comes over the top and we're deep. With the open ender, we're gonna call once and then on a non-hard turn, we're never folding. He checks, which is awesome. This card is Lesser, obviously. He might still be good. I mean, he checked that king, which is really strange, unless he was going for the triple check raise there. Or in that case, double on the turn. Okay, 4 PLO 20 tables once more. Certainly gonna go for it now, and I'll keep betting most rivers, like any non-pairing, non-diamond river there. my battle plan. He agrees, so that's a smart thing to do. Okay, let's check it out. We certainly moved some chips in the right direction. Oh yeah, we are now only down for the session 4, but for the day, sorry. For the session we are up 1.5 binds, for the day we are down 4. I like where this is heading. Huge splash here. The 24 big blind splash. I'm gonna try the limp because... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say on the PLO 10 tables, that's always a donation. Somebody always comes over the top, so I'm not trying that anymore with very marginal hands, which this certainly is. But I noticed that PLO 20 tables, there's not too much coming over the top there. You know, of course I'm completely wrong this time, because everybody's going mental. I mean, I still don't want my hand back, but... So he had crap. He had crap, wow. Please don't leave, sirs. I still can't get over that fold by... Like in that huge part earlier when we bet in the last... what was it, 30 big blinds? Like 150, 200 big blind pot at that point. And the tables seem to be great right now. Ah, just call it this time, I think. Very often I'm gonna come over the top here. Giving us the open ender. Not even sure about that flop call, to be honest. I mean, he did bet into 2 people. And then on the turn I couldn't call with him behind. I think. Here the Ian character left, now only Cooper's left, who's still sitting on a 100 BB stack, so I think either he tightened up or he lost again. I didn't really pay attention. I'm not good at that, as you know by now, to pay attention to hands that I'm not in. Certainly gonna pay attention here. And I think this one is a fold. Like if you're super deep maybe, but it's just a fold. Of course we would have flopped the world, but nah. Let's check it out. MP versus small blind. I think it is. Even double suited, the deuce 4 is just such a bad combination. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Took it on here, which is awesome. And this is certainly gonna be a pot to watch. Let's see if it boils any slower. Kind of, you know, for shits and giggles, we would have had a pair, backdoor flush. But as you also well know, I'm not the one to look back and go like, ah, I would have hit it. It's not the way to approach it. And down here we flop great, I think. Let's check it out. Aces, and he had like a double suit ace type of hand there. I think I'll just part it. We go for the check raise and he calls, you know, then we're gonna play this three ways and we don't necessarily need to do that. That is pretty neat. Oh no. We had more outs than we needed there. Let's check out again what he came over the top with. The King 10 Jack, King Jack 10 deuce, single suited to the Jack and diamonds, and hello. King 10 10. Just want to know checking range, maybe. Not really sure what the move is here. At 4 is not a happy card. Now with him checking, it's very likely we were still ahead on the turn there. He checks and I'll be good. So I know he made a straight in the end, but was that on the turn, on the flop? Lol, he's saying. Oh, you lol it up, sir, table 1. He who laughs last, laughs best, and hopefully that'll be us. So he had no spades, he had the ace queen 10 3. Ended up making a straight, so it nothing plus overcards. A single suited ace and clubs. Okay, so aggro and check 2, certainly worth another note. And even more aces. Oh. So that Kupo dude is certainly active, and I think a little bit more aggressive than his avatar here is showing. So you say, huh? Something I rarely do these days. Cold call in the small blind. That'll do me just fine. Woo! So will this. Ace, ace, jack 9, double suited, wow. Check. Ah, no, I meant to check. Okay, marker. Marker for the stream. I need to put that in my fail collection. Yeah, I meant to check. Hopefully, hopefully somebody has the 10 there. Even though I'm having second thoughts about possibly checking there. I think I do that a little bit too often. Got another great hand on the same table. Right, now I know what I was gonna do. Change that song. Ugh. So Mark has to be in good spirits down here. Being up 2 stacks. At least, you know, now. We know he lost 1 earlier, I think. At least. Here I was just double checking to see if I made a bad fold pre, but certainly not. I was gonna do something. Not the song this time. What the hell was I gonna do? Now it's bugging me that I forgot. Nino. Ooh, Mark lost. What happened? Oh no, he lost a big pot to Amos there, I guess. So he is certainly in the mood now, I would assume. Mark he had aces and 5s there, okay. Go for a different approach here. King is in really bad shape now. Nice. Let's see if that is allowed, so to say. Stuff's happening. So here we have the aces. I'll let you, keep you updated. Not a happy river there. And I did take it down, and I heard a whoopch. Something good happened. Wood Fever. Thanks for the follow. Not great. Let's hope for a club on the river, so we can utilize that ace. Right, so I'm assuming he doesn't have to check 10. I blocked the other straight a little bit. So let's represent that straight. Like the other one, I certainly didn't check that jack 10 behind there on the turn. Nice! I kind of a little bit surprised it worked. Unknown Grinder! Hey! Welcome back, Unknown. Thanks for the good luck. How's it going on your end? Unknown Grinder, of course. A fellow streamer from Run It Once. Yeah, thanks for the good luck wishes. Can always use good luck. Certainly need it in some spots that I get myself into. Right, about that re-raise there. Which table was it? This one, right. I think it was the small blind. We were like MP or something. Is actually not horrible. Like with the ace 10, the ace jack, yeah, sure. With the ace 9, it shouldn't be. And Unknown Grinder, thanks for the follow. Yeah, how's it going in your stream? I believe the Unknown Grinder is on his way to hopefully not be unknown much longer, and is playing No Limit, right? Playing No Limit, making your way up through the micros. Which is the same what we are doing here. How's the session been going? Down half a bind since we last checked, so we are up 1 bind for the session, and for the day we are down 4.5. Now, usually my MO would be to, I don't know, probably come over the top. In this case, I think I just want to call. I don't mind getting this dude. He left. No, where'd he go? The Crying Avatar. That is a very loose passive, I believe. And also, welcome, Fever, to the chat. And thanks for the follow, man. Certainly makes me smile. Yeah, I believe I don't have one at the table right now, like the one dude who was crying left. And I think that is like the very loose passive. I think that's the classification. Very loose passive. And Mark keeps coming back here. This is awesome. So note to self, if Mark leaves the table and doesn't come back, we might want to open another table to see if we find him there. Although then, you know, we wouldn't know it's him till we see him donk around. What happens here? Now up here, ace jack, not the right kind of suited deuce in there. Let's just let it go. Go for the bet fold here. Checking behind is probably not horrible. All in all, I think I like the bet better. I was just gonna check behind. We're very often gonna lose against two pair, which are very rarely folding. Or just against a better ace. Oh, I raised and he didn't come over the top, really? That's certainly peculiar to see him not come over the top. Right, here he is. Very loose passive. That's exactly it. Turn to pair there. I'll let it go. No, the walkie. We did get some rake back. Fair enough. And I would love to play hands against Mark, but this one is not gonna be among them. Oh no, where is Fever? Happy to answer any questions. And thanks for the good luck. So the gutter backdoor flush. Hey, that is awesome to hear, Unknown Grinder. 2 buy-ins on run at once. That's sweet. And winning a bunch of money in a tournament. Awesome. Well done. And thinking of moving to No Limit or maybe try PLO. My advice regarding PLO would be start, like, you know, I love run at once to death. To death. But don't start at PLO 10. Like, start at a site. If you're getting your feet wet in PLO, I would start at another site where you can PLO too. If you want some recommendations, you know, hit me up on Discord. I can certainly help you out. But, you know, by all means, play on run at once. It's just that PLO is such a beast of a game, and for me, I like that I made my mistakes on the cheaper end, on the. Hang on, I can't have somebody singing at me. I do the talking on this channel. Yeah, but you, by all means, try out the great game. Just don't do it for 10 euro buy-in right away. That is a tall order. And that hand that I opened there, and I opened it under the gun, that was way too loose, I'm sure. I'm gonna check it out, but I have no doubt that it should be a fold. Just kinda got swayed for a moment there because it was double suited. Yeah. Not a raise. Ooh, 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 ooh. We got aces on the right table. Making me go ooh, ooh, ooh. By, you know, from excitement. Please come over the top. Ooh. Now the ook 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 changed into ooh. Gonna have to let this one go. Very likely. Okay, that does help. We block check 9 if the min bet. Don't make it a queen. I was just gonna say no queen, no 8. It like a deuce. Oh man. He checks though. And he had some straight, I'm sure, or he had a 9. I didn't see. I'll check it out in a moment. Here, the check raise is certainly gonna come in a moment. Here we got aces and not looking too bad here. I hope both of them check. I'll check behind there on table 4. Took it down here, which is a pity. Quickly too. He folded like did a snap fold there. He calls. Not getting quite the price, but maybe somebody else has a flush draw. You know, the implied odds might be all right. Ooh, hello nuts. How about you, Zach? How about that flush draw? Do it. No, you want to. Oh, okay. Made a very loose cold call here. You have to check this one out. I see no... Well, there might be some reason to lead here. There's a whole bunch of draws. Okay, he does our work for us. Let's hope he doesn't have jacks, of course. See what happens down here. We do take it down. I mean... Let's just call, right? See if you can turn a king. No ace, that's good. Ooh, talking about aces. On the right table, too. I'll keep you updated. Please, Elton. Find the call within you. Please don't have jacks. Oh, wonderful. Why did you get the king as well there? That was not really necessary. Whew. I don't know about them having those stakes if they have NL2 or PLO2 at some point. I don't know about that, but yeah, for sure don't go for PLO10. That is not a good thing, you know. There's so many things to keep track of, and what are we gonna do here? In PLO, I mean. And you know, it also takes a different toll on you mentally than No Limit, because the swings are gonna be just that much worse. And for that reason, it's also a good reason not to play for too high a buy-in at first. Take it down here, which is awesome. I'm sorry I had the wrong table in focus there. But we did take it down with the c-bet. With the aces there. I got her and that's it. And here... an interesting turn. Two flushes, I'm just gonna check. Check once more. I really doubt we're good. Yep, checks are fine. And here we take it down pre, which is awesome. Well, there were certainly some nice pots going on there in the past minutes. See what it's doing for us. It's doing good things for us. Ooh, that was a mistake. This, however, ain't. Wow. Keeps getting better and better. Right, so here, certainly gonna have to fold. Yep, pot size, fine. Not yet, Fever, not yet. I have no ETA on that either, when they're gonna have MTTs and sit and goals. Fortunately, I took it down. Very small raise. In position, I should probably could have waited one more. For one more card. Have him catch up a little more, hopefully. And he was the snap folder from earlier too. Just gonna take a note that he's a snap folder, because, you know, at least it's gonna tell me that probably doesn't think about bluffing too much. No, I don't. I have no ETA, unfortunately, when those are gonna be coming. Folds! Welcome back, Folds. And, you know, looks like you picked a good timing. So as far as my streams go, now I know what I wanted to check out. When my schedule says I'm going on break, I'm gonna do a little bit differently. I'm gonna play for like another 90 minutes and go on break then. Ooh, dicey. Very dicey. Pretty good one. I'd rather end us now, I'll be honest. Ooh. Hello. Aw. Oh, very kind. Ooh, we're very deep against this dude. Which will actually prompt me to switch tables. Because, you know, still being down for the day, I don't really want to have to deal with losing a 6-bind part here, potentially. Yeah. I think that's good. Play how you're comfortable. Right, technically I should be going on break at 9 o'clock in a little less than 1 hour. And I'll either go on break then or half an hour later. Then have an hour break and then start the final late night stream of today. But for now, more poker coming up. I'm really looking forward to the day when we can have the tables arranged for us and run at once. I always feel like Monk when I go for the last millimeter here. The next step in my personal story is going to be that I'm ironing my shoelaces as well. Wait, this one. Let's come over the top here. The min raise, ever so mystifying. Cold call, out of position, also a thing apparently. Nope, just had that. See, but this one said now we're in a pot with we're gonna be in a pot with Mark here, and we have a perfect hand. Get one fold here, get one call. Not a happy turn. We're gonna shut down a moment in here. Sucks that this dude is now in there. I would have loved to play this heads up. But what doesn't suck is that we get to put almost half of our stack in now. Of course I checked behind on table 1 on the ace-jack-jack board. And he checks again, which is surprising. Maybe we are good? Gets an ace-queen? Would be awesome. No. So here we're gonna play this 3-base and, you know, hope for some run good. Queens and kings. Some flushes. Here's an 8. 5s, take it. Wait, why do we take it? Oh, because we have a 5-2! Shazam! Haha! Ooh. Ooh. Wow, and this dude is super deep here, so I'm gonna do the hit and run here, which is not nice. I'm not hit and running, I'm waiting for the big blind. I'm not gonna shut down until then, just gonna play my hands, but as I said earlier, this... I will cut this out, but it's what I did when I first moved to PLO 10, playing full stacked. You know, it's one thing to learn to play full stacked, it's another thing entirely to learn to play deep stacked, and while I'm starting to get comfortable with that by now, having just moved to PLO 20, I'm gonna try to put myself into spots that are not gonna be too difficult. I think that is fair. But Shazam, for real, man, that was awesome. Bringing us down to 1 bind minus for the day, whereas we were down 9 binds at the lowest point, and happened as well. Good things keep on happening. Some numbers, and you know, followed by some numbers. That's a very apt name you got there. Thanks a lot for the follow. I made myself laugh. Ooh, seems a bit weakish. Yeah, I don't need to look this one up, I know it is. Let's do check it out double suited though, why don't we? Might as well learn something. You know me, some of you probably already know. Let's check out the single suited to see if I'm spouting nonsense. Nope, I am not. It's the 4 and the deuce. And double suited, it is the same story. But only just. The 5-3 would be fine. So it's no big deal either way, I would assume. Certainly gonna go for the raise fold here and get nice aces once more. Double suited with a 10 and a deuce. If you get raised big, I'm gonna let it go. And wow. Again, a third of our stack goes in. Well, a third of their stack. Seeing that as I'm deep on this table. Terribly mind Julius folding or coming over the top, that's fine too. Just a call there. I'm not gonna play any guessing games at an SPR of 1. If he has it, he has it. He does have it right now. Will we get there? Nope. I don't mind. Too much. Let's take a note of what he had there. It was some more or less crappy hand to call it 3-bet with, I think. The King Jack 9-3, single suited. Oh, hell yeah. And he came over the top with that. That was a Shazam right there. Too bad that one just now wasn't. 3-bet call. The King Jack 9-3 single suited. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I mean, yeah, an SP of just slightly under 1. You can call a lot of draws that we, you know, still beat and that we don't mind terribly coming along. He gets there with... No, he doesn't! Some justice. Although I wouldn't have minded him staying deep there. Now, if Philip comes over the top again, I'm not folding, that's for sure. Taking it down. Let me check again what he came over the top with there in table 1. I saw kings, but they weren't great kings, I believe. I would go pre. Philip raised, I called, he then another call, he then squeezed, and he squeezed. King 3-3. Single suited. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Oh. Fine. You know. I'm never calling here pre. Just noticing I would have had a set and we might have been in deep doo-doo. Given the action there. Ooh, let's watch. Yeah. Here's 9-8 and queens. Wow. Here's a green shirt for that. Good old lead, huh? Let's call it once with the back door. Nope. So I open the button and then check. With the gutter and the flush draw. Nope. Might have been an interesting spot. Like, had we still be in here to bluff now with the king? So the player numbers are looking alright. Actually they are. Given to you. Like a quick update. PLO 10, 17 entries. Mind you, those are entries, not necessarily individuals. PLO 20 is 27, PLO 50 is 24, and No Limit is going pretty well as well. 29 peeps playing No Limit 4, 42 playing No Limit 20, and 11 playing No Limit 100. Not bad. Also not bad top pair and the gutter on the rainbow board. Mind you, the two pairs we are making, a lot of them are pretty dirty. As in putting straights on the board. Just gonna check fold. Fold if he bets, which he most likely will. Unless he has kings or something like that. Nope. More aces coming our way too. With Philip being in the mix once more. Neato. The open limp, really? Snap fold post and open limp pre. Okay. Noted. You know, and I must say, these 10 BB splashes are a little bit more appealing when they come down to €2 there. Let's watch what happens here between limp call, raise, call, call. Do. Do we see anything happening? I was distracted due to feline reasons. Cat paying a visit. Nope, they all folded. Certainly have a non-folding hand. Let's see if Toby feels it. Yep. Not gonna fold this against the re-raise. Really don't like checking here. But I don't have a choice, I think. 60. He doesn't have enough behind to justify calling here, going for it. If he was full for this bet size, like if he was full stack, then yeah, maybe. Hang on, apparently I get complaints from the feeding bowl department. I'll rectify that for a moment. Cats. Right, on Grindr. We can talk more about that. You know, I'm happy to answer now. Don't get me wrong, and I will. But you can also always hit me up on Discord. I've gotten plenty of help in that regard, and I'm happy to, you know, pay it forward. Hang on. Yeah. Right, I use OBS Streamlabs as well. I've tried other OBS versions. This one suited my needs best. Definitely not our board. And the view with the 4 tables. What do you mean you can't get that one? I use... You mean the 4 individual tables? Or 4 tables in total? Because for the, you know, 4 tables in total, I do a screen capture and then I select the portion of the screen that I want to capture, and it's the same for the, you know, and that's the same for the capture of the individual tables. Then I just resize the area of the screen down to the area of the table. Wow. And did that 4 times. Yeah, so the best way I found to go about it is you set up your... Wow. Your main scene that shows, you know, all the tables, and you put everything in there, like your... You know, like everything you need in the overlay, all the graphics, maybe what the indicator for what song is playing, all the jazz. And then you copy that 4 times, and all you change is in the copies is, I guess you had a 10, is the area of the screen that you want to show. And hang on, I'll be back in less than 1 minute. First I need to see what he had here. What? I don't get it. Oh, it's straight, really? Okay. 398. It's gonna get a mark in a moment. I'll be back in a jiffy. Right, Unknown Grinder, let me know if that explanation helped you, and if that was what you were looking for. Otherwise, put it in the chat and I'll try to give a better answer or a different one. Oh. Right, and to finish that off, if I'm assuming if I'm assuming you mean like zooming in like this to the tables, then after you set that up, like copy your scene 4 times and then just reselect the portion of the screen that you want to capture. Then you go into settings and you put down hotkeys for the individual scenes, so you have one for each table and then one scene for all the tables. And I use the F1 to F5 keys for that. Right, so this is a bit iffy, but closing the action with the extra money in there. Here, I mean, sorry. Sure. Yeah, I think that's alright. You have a suited king. You have that decent pocket pair in there. I think we're gonna be behind queens here a lot, so I think I'll pot it. In my mind, I have no idea how accurate it is, but I'm targeting queens specifically. Be hilarious. No aces, you know, that's the other... Really? King 7-8. Okay, I guess. I guess it makes sense. We certainly have a good image with him now. Ah, heads up. Not doing that. We do flop some stuff though. As in top pair, a gutter, backdoor flush, blockers. It has to be worth something, heads up, right? Yeah, just check. No point. Maybe we're good with the high card. Oh, he has a pair. Cool. You have a decent hand over there. Pretty decent, I'd say. Come on, call, good sir. You can really come over the top here. I think cold calling is the way, right? Just from my short stacking days, feels so weird to cold call. Now here it is kind of unfortunate that we have a part of this size already. So I'm gonna go with a small bet here with all the blockers in the world, of course. I keep that story up, of course hoping the board doesn't pair him, you know, at this point putting him on aces. Don't really see him coming over the top here ever. Nice. That was pretty nifty. And that's an interesting one. So the middle pair, the open-ender. And both backdoors. So he's the snap folder, huh? On display capture doesn't show you anything? Yeah, window capture, I mean, how do you do that? Because all the windows have the same name, right? All the poker tables have the same name currently. I asked them about that and I suggested to give them individual names so we can use window capture more efficiently. And they're open to it, so I guess it'll make its way into the software at some point. I don't think we get two folds often enough here, even though we're almost never winning this by checking. And a good thing I didn't bet there, I mean. You know, with the display capture, there might be one thing happening, which has been happening to me ever since I reinstalled on Windows 10. Sometimes the output, like what you see on stream, is just blank. It just shows my scene without with the scene background and nothing that gets captured. And what I need to do is I need to switch around the various scenes that I have set up, like a bunch of times, like 5-6 times, and then suddenly it clicks and it shows the captured area again. Yeah, maybe try that. I don't think I'm folding here. Certainly not for a non-pot sized bet. Hey, Line Hippie! Welcome back, mate. You're catching more or less the tail end of the stream, of this stream, for another. It'll go on for another 24 minutes. Then I go on my dinner break, sort of. This would have been a perfect bluffing opportunity, and I completely forgot to do it. And even though we're sitting on regular stacks on all the tables, we are almost back. We lost one buy-in recently that we really got the money in the head. And before that we were down only one buy-in now. And having lost that, we are down 2 buy-ins. I think I'm gonna let this one go. You know, for today. So in the session we are up 3, something like that. Again, letting it go here. Check behind, sounds good to me. Nah. He comes over the top again, not folding this time here in position. Yep, money's going in, top pair, flush draw. Let's roll, baby. Come on, yes! Turning the jack gave me the willies. And that was a, you know, he might not be that snap foldy. Take that note away. What did he call with there? Let's check that one out in detail. One cash table, one tournament. I see. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can certainly figure that one out. Unknown grinder. Have you tried following the step-by-step guide from the streamer section on the Run It Once homepage? This is gonna be another case where we're gonna go for the check raise and the money is gonna go in, hopefully. Let's check out what's happening here. Yeah, he lost it. Right, and not a nice turn here. But everybody checked. I still have outs, you know, if I do get called and I'm not dead. Actually, even then I have outs because I'm not dead. I could make the royal flush. I do want to bluff at this. I have the ace, so I'm blocking ace queen, and that's what I'm wrapping now. Please fold, good sir. Oof. Neato. Right, so what was going on there with Lando? If that is indeed his... No, Basim! That is indeed his real name. So on the ace-7-5 board, 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, I'm sorry. We of course had a top pair and a flush draw. And he had the double gutter, so he had ace-jack 4-3. He had hearts, so he had backdoor hearts. He had the top pair, the double gutter, and backdoor hearts. Yeah, that seems a tad loose to me for the pot sized. I mean, you could be almost dead there to the backdoor flush or something. Or like a backdoor straight. So make that us being back almost to even. Certainly gonna call you once with the gutter, and that is maybe the card that wins it for us. Not folding. Snap call. No matter if I'm good or not. Hell yeah, Vasim lost it. Seems gonna get the rare pink shirt. Sure, you keep it then. Woot! Sounds awesome, Line Hippie. Nice little run indeed. Good job, hey, well done. Yeah, 18 more minutes until I go on my break. Display capture part that wasn't working for you. Do you have more than one? Yes, this is a nice one. This is a fun one too. Just gonna check here. Here the queen, which I intend to check. Right, one external screen on the laptop. No help here. Kind of unfortunate. Also, same is true here. I'll check it and give up. We did make a pair in the end. I doubt it's gonna be good. This is like a low wrap. But I also don't see what he should bet now, seeing that he checked the turn. What the deuce? Yeah, that's what he had. He had a low wrap with a jack, ace, jack 5-3. Triple suited, ace jack, triple suited. I honestly can't say if I would raise that. And you know, not that that necessarily means anything, because I certainly have holds in my pre-flop game. It's laptop screen, huh? Yeah, try it once again, like try to set up a scene with a window, no, screen capture. And then once you set it up, no need to select any part of the screen, just switch around your existing scenes for half a minute. And see if that clears it up, because I do get that bug where sometimes my output goes, even in the middle of the session. It happened once or twice. When I do like start some programs on my PC, I haven't really figured out why. Or what you also could do is hang on. You know, once I raise this, I don't think it should be folded. Nope, no dice. Let's check if there was a horrible raise here. I know double suited did this one. We had a chance, so if a 9 comes off there, we are in an interesting spot. Like assuming he checks now. Nope, he bets, and he bets big. So here I'm gonna fold. That 9, of course, is... well, that's pretty 9-ish. It's not the worst card in the world. Yep, by any means. Gonna go with a check, and then depending if he bets on the bet size, see if it's gonna be a check call. Take it down. This one I'm gonna raise for the, you know, straight up value. I don't think it's gonna work as an ISO raise here, but I certainly a lot of the time gonna have to bet best hand pre. Have to check here. Right, so one thing after another. Unknown Grinder, check out the Streamlabs Discord. They have a support section there that is active all times of the day. And they're very quick with answering. Like, tell them that, you know, once you select the screen capture, that nothing is visible. Certainly gonna call here. with the added outs that 4 brings. That'll work for me, hopefully. And Wheel, back in the channel. Welcome back, Wheel. It is a pleasure. I think I'll call this... Hang on, how did it go on the flop? Check, bet, call. Oh, hell yeah. This here's like the deuce 4. Really a set, the top set here. God, kind of me surprised. Like the 4 deuce, losing against the 4 deuce, I see that. Or the 6 deuce there. 6-4, you know, like a 2 pair that made a full house. But the set? Okay. So, a quick update for those who joined. Here we have Purple Shirt, Vasim, who lost a few binds already, playing very loose to say the least. And let's check out how things have been developing. So we are down 1.5 binds for the day, and from the low point we are up. We were down 9 binds at some point. Definitely clawing our way back to that top. To sweet profit, hopefully. Right, so I don't think I'll ever win this at Showdown, of course. Not often enough. And here it's unfortunate, but I have to let it go. Like the 9 is 7 and 8, then it's cool if it's not paired, but he calls on table 1, by the way. Taking down with the queen high flush, that is certainly fair. Not getting that one out. And wow, would we have had a day for it, but still, not cold calling there is, I believe, very much alright. If you know better, then by all means let me know if that could be a cold call here. I doubt it with the not dangler, but with the gap in there. But even the 10-9-9-8, 10-9-9-7 double suited. I don't know. Yeah, if you feel strongly one way or another about it, by all means do let me know. Always eager to learn more. No learning required when you get the King King Queen 8 on the button. Just pot it. Not gonna try to bluff this dude again, and certainly you don't have any incentive to do so on this board. Just gonna check and give up. Ooh, we got the right type of hand on the Vasim table, and we're gonna go for the splash special here. See if it works. Somebody comes over the top. I actually won it on table 1. Wow. Oh, don't tell me. I keep forgetting. I shouldn't do at PLO 10. That was the move, because somebody always came over the top. Whew. Got safe there. All right. So not pot, no, but top and middle pair here. Certainly worth a bet. Here we're gonna give him the bad news, hopefully. Get called here, and my hand very likely gets better. Nice. Go for it. He has kings, and let's hope he doesn't get there. He needs a 9 or a king. That's not gonna help. Shazam. On grinder. You know, I'm happy to help more too. I didn't mean to, you know, move your problems over to the Discord, but I had some problems that I gotten some help from. That I got some help with from their Discord. That's the correct way to phrase that. And I will be very happy to help you in the Discord, like, you know, between us as well. Here, calling is fine, I think. And here, after my check, I think I want to go for a bet. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, top set. Lol. That seems we agree. And this is also pretty agreeable. I think I can check here, and I think I can bet here. Like, you know, a set of kings is certainly... I was gonna say certainly gonna call, but I'm the small blind. I could still have the straight if he has a better set. He might fold, and my hand doesn't get worse here. I'll let you know what happens on table 3 down there with a set of jacks. Right, that Jane Anders thing, man, that was a dream. I didn't see Wasim in here. I would have bet the flop. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I usually don't swear a lot. Of course, there's now one straight, which we're not blocking. It's possible that it's out there. Okay, I think it's very possible that it is out there. I didn't see that he was in there. I thought we were 3 ways on the flop, then I, you know, would have never checked there. Trying to get the checking with top set out of my system. Impressive fold, what the... Yeah, that was entirely my fault, losing that pot. Right, Wheels, the Jane Anders thing, that was awesome to the max. It was a not lifelong dream, but a almost 2-year-long dream now to be playing a few hands against him. Although I certainly thought, like, if this ever happens, it would be because I moved up to his levels and didn't have to start battling it out with him. I have to let it go. Got a turn, we still had the best hand there. And yeah, man, I mean... The only unfortunate thing, 2 unfortunate things about that. One was that I noticed too late that he was playing PLO 20. Otherwise I could have been on a few of his tables the whole time. And the other one was that I marked the wrong dude. Like, I checked on the stream, like, where's he sitting? Okay, there, and that's him. And I miscounted, I marked the wrong dude. So yeah, in my mind, when I was playing against Jane Anders, I was playing against... he was sitting to my right. I had position on Jane Anders. I had marked the wrong dude, so... I actually... I didn't play a hand against him consciously, because once I noticed it was too late. Didn't play any more hands then. Right. So in a loser multi-way, you might call that, Wheel? You mean the one where the 4 paired and I had the nut flush? In a multi-way I would be less inclined to do so, to be honest. Because then there's more sets out there. I was freaked out that he had a top set, because I believe on the flop, if you're talking about that hand where the 4 paired and I had the nut flush, making me the nut flush in the process. Yeah, freaking me out that he called the flop. And nice trap. Thanks for the well played, Tomis. Right, I'm gonna take care of that thing, Tobies, as soon as the session ends in 5 minutes. Not before we get one more hand of aces up here. Although, actually, you know what? With Wasim here, maybe I wanna say screw this schedule and stay on this table for a little while longer. Ooh, dicey. Gonna have to let it go. That's just because of the direct pot odds. I think the implied pot odds are not great either. I'm not gonna get money out of him easily if I do make that flush. And here, another not great board with pretty much the same situation. A straight on the board and we have the nut flush. Draw. Let's see what this 6 does to Toffer here. Makes him check, huh? Pot small, but I do want to put some money in there. And he folded with 14 cents left. A rare sight indeed, sir. A rare sight indeed. So here I'm the one getting raised. There are a whole bunch of draws, so... Get called, and I think we're always good, right? Oh, with a okay, just calls with that full house. Fair enough. If he bets big now, and you know that's gonna be that. And here I came over the top, hoping to get Willy out, and I don't think that's gonna happen now. Whew. Let's hope Wasim bets. Come on, Wasim up. Wonderful. Would have been really disappointed if he hadn't. Okay, we have the same hand, and we split it. He had the flush draw on top, so he was basically free rolling me. 10, 9, and 8. Not sure what this is in reference to, Wheel. Oh, SPR, oh, 0.03. Yeah. Alright, Toys. Start up by checking here. So I think I checked a lot, if not most of these boards in a blind versus blind situation in the small blind. Up here I'm gonna have to check fold, blind versus blind. Not check folding down here. Table 3. Yep, that's what ends up happening on table 1. He bets I fold. Ooh, neato. Let's. Certainly in position, gonna versus the loose aggro dude. By the way, might I point out, I'm only asleep at on one table. Like, avatar-wise. Not folding if he comes over the top, that's for sure. I think this one I'm gonna check. Well, no, I'm the 3-better. Get kings on the Wasim table, who just reloaded, so yeah, screw that break. We want to play on this table a little more. Now this, of course, does offer some interesting bluffing opportunities, but... Actually, I'm gonna check here, by the way, and I think I'm just gonna check here as well. Give up, basically. Making the second nuts is a thing that happened. No, bet's really small. That is certainly within his rights. Board is pairing once more. Seems to be happening quite a lot right now, right? He does the Wilhelmus check. And here we flop top 2, backdoor, and a blocker, so I think I do want to bet. I'm not gonna... don't want to bet half here. Yeah, I'm just gonna check behind. I think we might be good. Decent amount of the time. Not this time though. The ace is only helping our hand for now. Unless he tells us otherwise. And 9 is so-so. Do we have a straight? No. Check it there. He checks behind, and I think we're gonna be good on table 1. Yep, we take it down. And here, you know, against Vasim, tiny bet, tiny pot. Do want to call, and I'm good. Also gonna call this if he comes over the top. That'll do me just fine. Money's going in here. If he wants to. Nope. You get something here in position. I think I want to call this. You know, because of the purple shirt there. Right, so screw the schedule. I am gonna play a few more hands on this table for sure, I think. He comes over the top, and that's the thing that happened. So his range is capped, he doesn't have aces. Wasim could have, you know, 2 napkins or the rules card. Not gonna lose any money on this flop anymore, I should say. Wasim goes for the large bet here. And gets min-raised. Took it out on table 1, so he has 7s. He has crap. No, not crap, but... a pair in the flush draw against Wasim, yeah. That's not crap, that's the crap, that's the nuts. What did he call with there? Let's I bet. Let's examine that. I saw like jacks. On the queen 7 deuce board, 2 clubs. Wasim ended up having betting and calling, or pretty much potting and calling the ace jack jack 7. So he paired from the board. He had no clubs whatsoever. It was actually a double suited hand, so I understand that he got excited. Wheel. Yes, unless you are a streamer. So they give back 51% of the rake in form of the splashes. That is true for everyone. And if you're a streamer, you know, then, you know, of the 51%, you have, of course, the remaining 49%. And that's a nice board. Rainbow, too. Up pair, open-ender. Right, so if you're a streamer, you're getting either 50, 75, 100, or 110% of the remaining 49%. And with my streamer level, I currently get 75% of the remaining 49. Take it down there, which is pretty awesome. And have to let it go, unfortunately. Certainly made the right fold here, pre. Jacks are good. We'll see with a 10-9-9-8. Did a pair of 8s and a gutter. I guess so. You do you, Wasim. Sure. Usually I fold this like snap fold this, but you know, the Wasim factor. We do flop an open-ender backdoor flush. Let's see where this goes. Here we're gonna go for the check raise, I believe, at 100 BB. He has a speed right now. We do have the flush draw as an additional backup. Here it gets expensive, so we are out. I'm going for the check raise here. I'll let you know what happens, but let's watch this. Wouldn't mind if Wasim gets back to being not horribly deep. And quads are probably gonna take it there. Here we get to play 4 down, not terribly excited now at this point. Hopefully he's on a... let's hope he's on a draw. Wasim is saying nice hand. That's a nice fella, that Wasim. Shazam! Right, so I think this can be a 3-bet here. We'll check it out in a moment. Doesn't come over the top, which is very nice of him. That is certainly a board. Very rarely did I check as the 3-better. So let's check this out though. Small blind squeeze it would be. Okay. Now. I could check like great aces here. Aces with a nut flush draw and, you know, Broadway cards maybe on top. Let's go for it. Let's check this hand out if I spazzed out there a little bit. The Jack 9, 10 9 would be perfectly fine. Ooh, that's not nice. But so a couple of things about this one in my mind. Like, we do block the Broadway draws pretty heavily. We don't block hearts at all, which is neat. We don't block the nut diamonds, which is also neat. We have some of the straightening cards that the Raps have here that would have now just made a straight. I think he's gonna have to fold any 2 pair. I want to go for this here, I think. Of course, I'm praying for a fold. Oh. Got the smiley, huh? Yeah. With the slow roll. Nicely done, sir. So you did have the wrap, so, but that was my thinking. Like, I was blocking of course, the Broadway draw, but not the other draws. And the wrap I was luckily blocking a little bit as well. And he for sure did not expect me to show up with that hand. Unfortunate. But not horribly so. I think there was some merit to that line. Just keeping it small, checking the turn. You know, in hindsight, of course, seems more appealing, but certainly would have been a bad way to go about it. But I chose the other way. Eh. Nice blockers. I have terrible hand recollection, Wheel. I appreciate the comments a lot. If you could add like my hole cards or the table number, then it makes it easier for me to figure out what hand you are talking about. Because I really do have a hard time with that. Because, you know, 3 minutes after I play the hand, I'm like, wait, what hand? Where did I make a full house? Not a great quality for any poker player. You know, hand recollection should be in there, but can't help it. Oof. Way loose-ish raise. I don't think it's that loose in the cutoff, to be honest, but still. For now, it's a great flop. But, you know, there's nothing worse than flopping the nuts. Without any redraws, which we are not having. Yeah, there you go. I have kings on the Vazim table, which is gonna be hopefully profitable. He makes it easy on us. Right. Just gonna call these this time. Okay. Okay. Oof, like suddenly all my worries disappeared. Never getting any money out of it if I bet. Pretty certain about it. So I don't mind checking this, and you know, it's very often the only way you get to see any more money in that go into that part. What do they have? Yeah, one of them had Vasim at 7, so the other had jacks. Maybe. Just calling here though. Yeah, you know, with that, both of them having a pair, then yeah, I could have made some money. But then again, they could have easily bet. The jacks could have bet. Flopper step, nice. That does not qualify. Not 4 ways. Now a deuce of diamonds would certainly be an action card from our point of view. Too small suited. Ah, okay. Now, kind of hoping Will calls now, because so I don't think he checked kings. He might have, you know, I'm talking about hands that I might have a really tough time beating here. I'm thinking about those hands. I mean, I'm gonna make a fairly loose call. That is not a happy turn at all. And we're always gonna be behind here. It's a 10-6. Talking about a value bet. Wow. Wow. Yeah, certainly on the loose end, that flop call, turn call there. I did have that open-ender, and I figured 2-paired, like if the board pairs, like another 4 or something. My aces are good often enough. Yeah. And thanks also, Wheel, for adding that information. So I think Wasim actually doesn't deserve the pink shirt. I think he's more like a very, very loose, more of a passive dude on and all. Not really a true maniac. He needs to earn that. And for that reason, I think going on the break fairly soon is also okay. I see, I see. I am more often not folding that an MP, but you know, the Wasim factor. I see, Adam Grinder. Glad to hear that you figured it out. But you know, it's not an issue to run the... Okay, fair enough. To do the capturing and everything on your normal encoder. I am using the software encoder, because the hardware encoder in OBS doesn't look as nice. Yeah, I think one more orbit on the Wasim table, and then we gonna go on that 1 hour break. Ooh, I get aces on the table. Neato. Gonna check here. I want to keep the pot as small as I can now at this point. And here we... Do I call this once? I think I'll just let it go. I'd have to hope for a club, and nah. Okay, interesting. The ace is up here. I'm gonna give him the bad news in a moment. I think here I'm gonna check behind. I want to keep the pot small. I can use the ace on a club river as well. Not a bad board, except for, you know, you're always thinking kings, they could have kings. He bets now, and I'm just letting this one go, of course. Not blocking anything of relevance. He comes over the top and... let's see. So I'm not blocking any wraps, I'm not blocking ace... I'm blocking ace king, king queen, but... let's hope... Oh, okay. Come on, stay... No! No! Come on! That's just nasty. Top pair is good enough, huh? Top pair, good enough. For check raise in the 3-bet pot. This is certainly okay. Oh, Derek. Didn't deserve that at all there on table 2. Nasty. Ooh, action with Wazim. Get very nice aces on table 1, but let's watch here first. Get the ace, queen, jack, double suited on table 1 on the button. He just calls, which will forever be a mystery to me. Or we can just call there. Kings again. Wow, kings don't stay good, but the shot on the flop. And that might be it for Wazim. Let's see. I take it down on table 1 pre, by the way. Yep. Wazim has left the building. So he had decided to come over the top. I was certainly not gonna bet against this dude. I'm not even sure about coming over the top, although it does blind versus blind, so let's check this out actually. That was too loose. I think so. I really hope it doesn't bet again. Okay, cool. Neato. So that was big blind versus small blind. Singles to jacks with 8-7. No, it should just be a call. Okay, so a little on the looser end there. Right, so for now, this stream is winding down. I'm gonna go on a 1-hour break, so I'm not gonna be back when the countdown says, because this stream kind of ran a little bit longer. Sorry, I have to change the song one more time. This is just getting to me. Not for much longer though. I'll download all this music tomorrow and really? The other remix? The instrumental version? Screw that. Right. So, for now, even though there's a few hands to play left down here. Thanks everybody for tuning in so far, for the follows, of course. Should you be new to the channel, in case you want to be informed by Twitch, by email, whenever I come online, consider giving the channel a follow, helping me out. If that's not your cup of tea, I understand. And you can just check the schedule or check back. I'm streaming every day for 8 hours or more. Except Tuesdays and Wednesdays, where I do like half days. Wait, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And let's take a tally how we did. I mean, of course we lost 2 all-ins that we didn't necessarily need to lose there. Especially the one against whatever his nose was on table 2. Soviet's down a little bit. We're down 3 buy-ins for the day, still up for the session, like 1.5 or something, don't really know. Nothing too horrible though, and I think I got the money in pretty well. That's all for now, enough ramblings ons for me, at least for the next hour. Thanks everyone for watching, keeping me company, and I'll see you in an hour. See you soon. Take care until then. I'll host somebody fun in the meantime, or I'm sure you'll find plenty of other good things to do.